about it, baby. I don't care what the internet thinks. I'm glad they know. I'm glad they know about us. It's all right. We've been in bed for too long. Let them be proud. It doesn't matter. No forums. Just you and I. Just you and I. I love these little dual shocks. Look at these. Just rub those all night, you silly little bitch. All right. I got a show to do, so there's some orange juice on the counter. I'll see you in a bit.
Look, who says sports has to be a completely nerd-free exercise? Protrade brings spreadsheets to the playing field. Plus, today, we don't just have a first 50, no. We have a first 50 that could be the difference between life and death. And finally, we travel to the Holy Land. All right, it was only to France. To talk to the Kingdom of Heaven director, Ridley Scott. Now, what you do in life echoes in eternity. On Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Yes. The old Attack of the Show.
The Attack of the Show.
Happy Monday,
the show
Sarah.
that attacks. Happy Monday to you too, Kevin.
Good weekend?
Had a pretty good weekend. I got a lot of sleep.
Nice.
I had no idea
Congrats.
it felt so good to sleep.
Yeah?
Like 8 hours a night.
Congratulations.
You?
I got zero sleep. I was up all weekend. Lots of gaming. Lots and lots and lots of gaming. Good weekend.
What's new, Kevin?
Black and White, too, for the PC. Good Times. Trauma
Good
Center,
times.
which we're going to
Great
talk about
oldies.
today. Another
Trauma
game,
Center.
which we
We'll
will
get
get
to
to
that.
very shortly.
We'll get to that.
Plus, it was really great fun reading all the forums. They gushing praise for myself and the show. I really appreciate it
Apparently,
this weekend.
Kevin, it's hard to talk about things that you feel passionate
You know,
about
you
without
can't-
having a different opinion from somebody else.
Right. Apparently, no, the way it goes is you can't have an opinion if it's the wrong one. That's what I learned.
Choose your opinions wisely.
Exactly.
Thank you, forum members.
Appreciate
We will
that.
try to work.
Thank you,
work for
internets.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you, internets.
Brendan!
Speaking of internets. Hi, Brendan.
Opinions are like toes, Kevin. Everybody's got them and they all stink.
What you reading there, Brendan? One of the glossies?
The new In Touch Weekly, and I'll tell you, the feud may be on between what's her name and the blonde, but the real feud is the Hillary Duff, Lindsay Lohan.
Oh!
Well,
feud.
that's been
It's
going
back
on since they were like 12.
But it's back
But
on.
it's back on. I mean, that's the real story. It's buried here in page 12. I mean, get it together In Touch.
Eventually,
Well,
someone's
you know,
getting gunned down in their Hummer.
I guess Brendan's gonna kind of be in his dream world. Back to reality, though,
Yes.
on our show.
Right.
You know, where the things that
Okay.
matter. I actually have a very sorry, Brendan. I know it's important. It's
He actually
important to
really
keep up
does
with
read that
Hollywood.
when he's getting his makeup on, by the way.
Little borderline, but
You
that's
got me.
neither here nor there. Kevin, I've got this cool little phone to show you here
Oh.
today. What this is a Sony Walkman brand phone. So
Okay.
it's like a Walkman. Think of the rocker. It's a little bit like that. What it's got is a 512 megabyte memory, so you can fit AC, MP3 songs, about 80 to 150, depending on how they're encoded.
Memory Stick Duo Pro, too, so you can
Yes.
always upgrade it if you need to.
Absolutely. Yeah, this comes at 512, $500. And it doesn't come with a service agreement, meaning that for $500, you don't also get like, you know, a year's worth with Singular or whatever like
Which
that.
is why
So-
it's $500, because if they signed you up for 2 years, then it'd be
Exactly.
$250.
Yeah, so $500 is like, ooh, gosh, it's kind of steep. Also has a 2 megapixel camera. We've got this on the back
Not
here,
bad.
which is nice. 2 megapixel. It takes pretty good pictures. The lab has found, and you have too, I think, in your travels, that listening to music and then taking a picture at the same time, there's going to be some hiccups.
It'll lag it up, definitely. I mean, it's taking
it'll
a
get a
2
little bit mad.
megapixel photo, so that's a lot of data.
Sure.
But, you know, it's a small little setback for
What's-
an otherwise very solid phone.
Exactly. What's also nice about this, guys, it comes with its own headphones, or they're the in-the-ear headphones. A lot of people don't like this, myself included.
You don't like the in-the-ear headphones?
Not really.
Oh, I love it.
There's something
love
weird
it.
about my ears. They just never fit right. I have my Bose. I mean,
Gotcha.
come on.
I know.
So anyway, with the rocker, for example, if you put in your own headphones, all of a sudden the microphone doesn't work. So you can't answer a call while you're listening
Right.
to music. That's very annoying. With this guy, you can. You just fit in. Here's a microphone. You fit in your own headphones, the top of that, and you're good to go. So that's kind of a nice little
So
feature.
they've thought about it. It seems to work.
Yeah.
Very nice. Again, $500.
$500, so you're kind of paying for that Sony Walkman brand.
Yeah.
I've always had Walkmans my whole life, so I kind of buy into that.
I wish
I'm
they
kind
bring
of a
back
sucker in
I
the
wish
way.
they bring back the blue alien guy. Remember that guy?
No.
He was the giant blue alien with the little antenna on the head and the 2 googly eyes, and he'd kind of walk around half stoned all the time,
Oh,
listening
that
to music.
commercial.
Yeah, I love that guy.
Kevin,
All right.
don't buy into advertising.
I dig it. All right, it's what makes the world go round.
It sure
and
does.
pays our
Ads
bills.
forever.
Gaming.
Yeah.
I said this weekend had a lot of it.
You did.
I want to share some of it with you right now.
Okay.
This is a Flash game. I don't even know if this is new. It's one of those little adventure games. It's called Submachine.
Submachine, is that like submarine?
Could be. Could be. Or below a normal machine level.
Subpar.
Subpar machine
Subpar
Flash game. It's one of those adventure, clicky round kind of games, and you kind of go around and oh, look, there's an item. I can pick it up. What is it? It's a note. I could read it. Great. It's one of those things.
But it started with Last Summer Is it
the note? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Well, there was a teaser. I don't want to.
Okay, no,
sell
yeah,
it.
let's not.
But there are some puzzles in the game, like this room here. You know, you got to figure out how to activate all the little blocks up there and figure out which order to chime them in. Oh, look, I just solved it for you. Spoiler. Sorry.
That's the end of the game. Come on.
No, that's part of the game.
Oh.
Not a very difficult game by any stretch, but it's if you like those Flash adventure games.
Well, and you're working with 50-cent euros, which is kind of
foreign.
It's kind of foreign and kind of sexy in that way.
Definitely.
Like you're in Paris.
All right. You know what? I appreciate you helping me sell the Flash game, but there is truly something that's sexy.
Well,
and,
all right. Is it time for us to dawn
I think it's time.
It's time.
Clearly, no one can resist a man holding a plastic
Or a
guitar.
woman.
Or woman, for that
Hey,
matter. A left-handed
two people here.
guitarist woman.
Well, sometimes you got it. There's a right and a wrong way to hold a guitar. Everybody knows which way. Air guitar is always done this way, so this is the way I'm going to hold mine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Every
Yeah,
time?
I'm
All right.
left-handed.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. It's Guitar Hero. It's not out yet by any stretch, and this won't be the last time we talk about it on the show because I have much bigger plans for it. But we wanted to show off just a little bit of the game if we could. So do you want to? Let's just start playing a song right now.
Should we start playing a song?
We're gonna play because
And we're going to let you guys watch so you kind of get the idea.
See, I had friends over all weekend getting plastered until like 4:30, playing these songs, literally jumping off the couch, whammy bar solos, everything, you name it. It was great.
When you called me on Friday night, you were all amped up, and I'm like, what are you on, drugs? And you're like, no, I just got done playing Guitar Hero for like 4 hours.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And I was on a lot of drugs.
Right.
But
Well.
it's really fun. You haven't had a chance to play it yet.
No.
So we've got I Love Rock and Roll.
So
We've got it on
I'm-
easy. It's going to seem it's very fun, very approachable. It's got a learning curve though.
I don't think it's that. I think it's really hard.
Well, all right, here we go. Let's get into this. It's got 30 plus songs, and it's got everything from.
So now this is like Dance Dance Revolution, right?
Yeah,
You
so
kinda gotta, like...
I'm playing on the left-hand side,
right,
so you got to hold the note and strum it when it comes down to the bottom. Very amplitude, because it's done by the same guys who did amplitude. There you go. Dun-na, dun-na, dun-na. Optionally, you can rock out. You can do the gratuitous air grinding.
So Kevin, are you on the right here?
I'm on the right. I'm the one
She's
that's
on the
doing
right.
really well.
Yeah, okay.
You got it. See, and you really feel like, especially on like when you bump up the difficulty and you're playing more notes, you really feel like you're playing the actual guitar. And then there's the whammy bar. Yeah, whammy for extra points.
You guys should have to do the moves that those guys are doing on stage too.
Oh, well,
Whammy there,
that's...
man. Yeah, milk it.
Well, I don't have to do anything.
Yes,
Well,
you
when
should.
you
You gotta
can,
like
yeah.
go in time with the music. Look at the guy on the right.
And if it doesn't get any better than this, oh, it does, because like I said, it has a built-in tilt sensor. So as you build up your
And you
star
also
power,
don't have to do I Love Rock and Roll. They
No,
have
you
quite
don't.
a few different song options.
there
don't
are
they?
many songs. I will play some Journey for you guys sometime on the show on Expert. I'm just saying, I'll do it. But the tilt sensor, you literally crank your guitar up, boom, and you see how it activated blue? It's like it recognizes that you tilted the guitar, so you can get Rockstar on it.
Now, Kevin, I know that you're sort of a natural-born musician.
A little
you
bit,
know?
something like that.
And I will just say that this is, it's the sort of thing you kind of got to practice. I thought I was going to be really good because I've always felt so musically inclined.
Right.
Not so.
You do. You have a mean air guitar. You do.
Well, I've been playing air guitar my whole life.
There you go.
Got to be good at it by now.
It definitely takes a little bit of practice, but
does.
for people that aren't even musically inclined, once they get their hands on it, once they feel it, like everybody unanimously agrees, you really feel like you're playing the guitar, and that's
Yeah.
what's cool. I mean,
That's
that's
fun.
something that
Everybody
video
kinda
games can do that
I want to be a rock
nothing else
star.
can. Of
And they
course.
have Kansas songs in there.
Exactly.
So come on.
We'll play more later, but there you go. That's a little taste of one of the greatest games ever made. Guitar Go.
Whoa.
Now wipe all your thoughts of Xbox and PlayStation from your heads.
Gotta tune that.
Brendan and Kevin are taking your non-game related phone calls today. Oh my gosh, you are.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow. The number is 800-839-7880, and you can email us through our web forum at attackoftheshow.com/askus. And you can chat with us too in the IRC chat room. Just go to chat.g4tv.com and get ready to start chatting.
Oh, they're so chatty.
Chatterbox.
Hey, look, when we come back, we'll warm up Jeff Ma and his Protrade partner, Mike Kearns, with some questions of our own. You'll see. Interview.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack of the show, attack.
Fantasy sports has evolved from a group of friends drafting players around a keg into a billion-dollar industry that gets even more popular by the year. Throwing some fuel on that old fire is Mike Kearns and Jeff Ma, the co-founders of Protrade.com. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
on.
for having us.
So Protrade, relatively new site, it turns out. I was telling you, like, I'm looking at the design, I'm going through the site all weekend, and it looks like it's been up and running for the last 10 years, and you flushed everything out, but it's still pretty new, right?
Yeah, we're a nascent market. We just launched about 3 weeks ago.
Well, congrats on that.
Thank you.
Break a bottle of champagne on the old
Yeah,
server or something
something
like
like
that. You
that.
christen
Yeah,
it somehow.
yeah.
What exactly, I mean, for the uninitiated, tell us, what is Protrade.com?
Sure. Protrade is an online marketplace for athletes where fans can come and buy and sell shares of athletes as if it was a stock market.
Okay, now I've heard of sites like this. I think you even referenced like Hollywood Stock Exchange on your sites. You know, I've heard of other stock trading sites, but where does Protrade fit into that realm?
Yeah, Hollywood Stock Exchange is a great site. It's a
Right.
predictive market for entertainers.
It's okay, I'll be honest.
We're
It's all
focused on athletes, and a couple of big differentiators: the fact that you can compete versus your friends on Protrade to really prove who is the smartest sports investor. And we've also developed a Moneyball type valuation system, which actually quantifies how good that player is playing on a real-time basis.
So how does it work? Do you initially say, you go through a roster of players and say, okay, well, we think, Brett Favre is worth X amount of dollars, and then if he completes a pass, he gets more money? I mean, how does that work?
So I mean, basically, well, to go back to sort of the question of Hollywood Stock Exchange, one of the big differences is the difference between sort of actors and athletes. I mean, people care a lot more about athletes and in a different way than they do about actors.
Jeff, I don't know. I'm just saying. Not that I would consider myself an actor, but I'm looking.
Well, we'll just leave it at saying that they're different in nature.
They are very
numbers that
different.
dictate whether an athlete's good, and it's not quite the same for actors. But in terms of how we quantify the value of athletes, we really try to quantify their contribution to their team's winning. So how they've actually on field been able to help their team win and help their team score points.
Okay, so it's about their greater good contributions.
Yeah. And so rather than really looking at like everything they're doing in terms of their raw numbers or their raw statistics, we really try to look at how they've done on each play within the context of the game and how they've been able to impact their team.
And see, one of the things I really liked about the site was that it seemed like another layer of the game added to it. Like I was saying, I'd love to sit with my laptop open while I'm watching the game in real time, because there's something you guys are doing in real time, tracking the stats, right?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that want to see every single play, how that athlete's helping the team win or lose. But there's also a whole bunch of sports fans that just want to come on, buy and sell their favorite athlete, and watch if their athlete's prices are going up or going down.
So this is one of the examples that you guys have on your site here, the Brett Favre pass, and so you know how to explain maybe what we're seeing here, if you could, because I think
so basically in this situation, Brett Favre, it's a play from last year, and it starts off with 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. And at that point, the Packers have a very low expectation of scoring. I mean, if you think about your team getting the ball on the 21-yard line, having 1st and 10, you don't think they're going to score a touchdown. Right. Now, on this play, they managed to throw basically a 79-yard touchdown pass, and that play ended up in a touchdown. So they went from having sort of an expected score of 0.88 points to scoring a touchdown, which is worth 7 points, and therefore that difference is what was the value of that play. And then what in our valuation system we would distribute between Brett Favre and Javon Walker.
And now, how do you figure out? I mean, you expect that the play is maybe a $3 play, it turns into a $20 play.
Well,
where do those
really
figures
what we do
from?
is we look at what the situation was before the play. So before the play, they had a low expectation of scoring. You know, 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line is very different than if they had 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line,
Sure.
right? I mean, there's just that different level of expectation. Now, we've been able to take 3 years of historical data and run through all these kind of models, but what it does is it spits out at the end. It tells us that situation had a value of 0.88 points. Now, they score that touchdown. The difference there is the value of that play.
And the good thing is, for the majority of sports fans out there, they don't have to think about any sort of numbers or
No,
points
we
or
tell
anything,
them-
because
we
right
tell
now
them everything.
they're hurting.
Yeah,
but
that's
but
right.
they
All
don't
they have to
bother
know
with it.
is that in their gut, they know that the ball at that point in the field, there's a very low expectation of scoring
Sure.
for their team.
Right.
All of a sudden, they see the fact that it scores, therefore it's a very valuable
They know it was a
play.
good thing. They
That's
see
right.
the stock shoot
they
up.
see the dividends
They do another
go.
cake
If you own
stand,
that
and-
athlete,
yeah,
and you
there you
got
go.
it. You got your money right in the
Very
bank.
nice. Now, see, it's interesting you mentioned a gut feeling, because your site even references Moneyball, and I know you've said it a couple times during the interview. Where does Moneyball factor into this with the whole gut feeling versus statistics and math-based decisions?
Well, Moneyball is really not all about stats. It's a big misnomer that people view. Moneyball Moneyball is all about Billy Beane and the Oakland A's taking advantage of an inefficient market, right? And Billy Beane considers himself a trader. So what we want to do is we want to bring that experience from Moneyball and bring it to the average sports fan and say, okay, you know what? Fantasy sports are great, it's interesting, but everyone knows that a 1-yard touchdown run on 1st and goal is not the same as a 25-yard touchdown run. We're valuing those two plays differently.
Very nice. Well, and we're running out of time, but really quickly, I want to. You mentioned that it gives people a chance to play against each other, and I think that's obviously one of the huge aspects of the site. Can you talk a little bit about the challenges?
Sure. The challenges are totally customizable. They can be as short as 4 weeks. You can invite in as many people as you want. You can determine what positions are tradable, and you can really just go on, buy and sell your favorite athletes, and have fun and see who's the smartest sports investor.
And you guys are also having your own official challenges as well,
Yeah,
correct?
we have challenges out there that have big cash prizes up to $2,500 for as low as $5 entry fees.
Very nice. Well, it's Protrade.com, brand new site, and everybody out there can go check it out now.
Great, yeah.
Very nice.
Thanks
Thank you
so
guys
much.
for coming by.
Okay.
Sincerely
Thanks,
appreciate
Trevor.
it. Very nice. I know you're sticking around to take some calls, right, Jeff?
We could probably do that, yeah.
All right, we'll figure it out. If not, they can ask Brendan and I some questions.
Sure,
We'll figure
great.
it out.
Sure.
To begin trading your own portfolio on players, just visit Protrade.com. Go check it out, everyone. Now, don't go planning the rest of your day, no, because my first 50 is up next, and I'd appreciate it so much if you were here. Now, there have been a lot of complaints about the iPod Nanos and how easily they can scratch, so naturally, we have a solution. We're the go-to guys for this stuff, Brendan.
We're the problem solvers.
That's what we do. We mend fences.
That's what our T-shirts say.
We build villages. We raise cattle.
It takes a village.
To raise a cattle.
To raise cattle.
a nano with scratches.
What?
Right, so there's a guy out there. Take a look at his website here. He tried to remove iPod scratches with brass polish.
God, that's stupid.
Right? Why
would he
an
do that?
idiot. Turns out it works, apparently. Well,
Is that what this is about?
that's what, yeah, no, it really supposedly works. You can use a little bit of brass polish, little metal polish action here, maybe some brasso.
Brasso?
Brasso.
It sounds like a dirty word.
It's a brand. Oh, yeah, the old brasso.
Brasso? I slipped her a brasso?
You give her a brasso or two?
Right.
Is that something you'd slip into the drink or slip into her? Anyway.
Whoa,
Here's some brasso. Here's the iPod. It's got some scratches on it. because-
Sarah's iPod.
Sarah's iPod. She is very, very mean to her electronics. She,
So scratches. Yeah, I mean, she
does drop testing in her cubicle.
She throws it during meetings.
fits of rage.
Frustration.
She's crazy.
You know?
We should really do something about her. Anyway, as you can see, this is a mild abrasive, some brasso. So, Brennan, I'm not the guy's guy. I'm going to let you handle the manual labor. Maybe.
Well, I mean, you were going to do this.
I was, but I think I just now decided to be better. If you maybe just a little square brasso, polish it up for Sarah, make her proud. What do you think?
Okay.
Maybe we'll check in a little
so
bit.
I have to do this now.
Yes, you can.
Can we scratch your iPod even more, or are we just
I think
going?
we can scratch. Yeah, I think we could scratch your iPod a little bit
Okay,
more.
cool.
Yeah, let's do that. Use your watch.
I will do the brasso.
All right. We're gonna be good. Even if your scalpel technique is more scrubs than ER, then you're still needed. I gotta be honest. Do you know where you're needed, Brendan?
Oh God, that's
The first
Don't
50
do that.
operating room stats. Sarah, good weekend of gaming.
Shut up, Kevin. You're trying to screw with my iPod. Don't think I didn't see that.
I told Brendan to polish it.
Just so you know,
All right,
in your sleep, watch out.
Tough room today.
All right.
Today's first 50. I played it all weekend. It
And I
is
played it
good
now.
times, and you're going to play it in a little bit, in a second.
all
In a
right,
second.
all right.
Keep
I'm
it
just
paused.
excited.
It's Trauma Center Under the Knife for the Nintendo DS. And, you know, the DS had me and a lot of other people worried for a while. It was like you're seeing all these games that are kind of like tech demos that are glorified.
Right.
We're waiting for a full game. Is this a full game? Not quite sure yet. But it does have amazing cinematics. Look at that.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
They try to set up
There's
the
text.
They try to set up the story and the drama of the ER room tensions.
The whole
and
point of this is you're performing surgeries.
correct.
That's
I mean,
the game.
you are saving lives. This isn't just a video game. You're saving lives.
Absolutely.
This is big.
Remotely.
Exactly. This is a big deal, Sarah.
I feel that it's a big deal.
For the
I'm
doctor
pretty
on the
nervous.
go.
Actually.
It's got like an interesting cast of characters, and the interface is fairly easy to use. I mean, there's not a whole lot they can really screw up with that. But the gameplay is what matters, and it's super involving. It's all about
It is.
using the stylus with precision moves and going through the procedure of actually, performing operations.
Yeah.
For example, the game starts off with something super intense. Somebody fell through a window. I think they went and fell through it on a motorcycle, either that or, you gotta clean up the wound there. You gotta do some stitching, pull the glass out. You have to, again, be very careful. And it's all a pressure cooker scenario because you can see the guy's vitals at the top of the screen.
Absolutely.
His pulse might start dropping.
This is a life or death situation.
Again, this is not a video game,
no,
Sarah.
this is reality.
It's Trauma Center.
Reality gaming! Woo! Oh my gosh, we're gonna be so rich.
If you're not playing guitars, you're removing tumors. It's anything.
Anything
I was
goes in the world of surgery.
Busting polyps with a laser on somebody's vocal cords.
Dr. Pereira, you're wanted in Trauma
I'm
1.
taking, I'm getting paged. I'm sorry. Where's the white courtesy phone?
I just want to say that.
So to show the tension and the real drama of this game, Sarah, right now, ladies and gentlemen, is going to perform surgery live.
Dr. Lane strikes again.
On national television.
Okay.
Sarah, you wanna go for this here?
I'm ready.
All right,
I'm
here
ready.
we go. What's the
We're going to begin an operation. This is a patient who has
car accident? Tragic.
Yeah, there's some bad stuff going on. He's flatlining. We have to do something.
He's flatlining.
Okay,
All
what
right.
I want to do right now is I'm talking to her.
Yeah,
she
she's
lets
talking
me
to
know
you.
what's going on. So at this point, I've got to add some like antibacterial fluid.
Exactly. You got to disinfect the chest, then massage the
I'm
heart.
massaging
Massage the heart,
I'm
Sarah.
getting,
Massage the
well,
heart.
I'm trying. Okay, he's cool.
We got a pulse, people.
We got a pulse.
He's
man.
breathing.
We got
He's
a pulse.
breathing.
Okay, this is all going really well. I don't really know how surgeons can do this
Now-
for real. There's a lot of pressure
And
here.
she yaks to you in between
She
each
tells me,
step,
and I'm
which
like,
is one thing
"Shut
that I'm,
up,
yeah,
you
I'm not a big
freaking
fan
nurse."
of that.
All right.
But she does it. You're done. Now what are you doing now? You're disinfecting?
I'm disinfecting.
Pull the glass
and
out,
now-
Sarah. Get the little tweezers. Get
okay,
the tongs.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Come
right.
on,
that's
pull
right.
that glass out. Put it in the tray. Go. He's dying on you, Sarah. Pulse is dropping. Vital warning. Give him a shot. Do something.
Stop it, Kevin.
I'm just trying to add to the tension, but apparently
You're
I'm just
making it
upsetting you.
so much
That's what I'm
worse.
doing. See, yeah, he's gonna die. Vital warnings are low. Again, not the easiest game in the world.
Well, look
but
what
oh,
I'm
you
doing.
sutured. You sutured. Oh, we missed the suture.
I'm so good.
And he's dead.
He's not dead.
He's so close to dead. It's not even funny.
See, look how good I am.
Well, actually, you did keep him alive. Good job. Yet
you.
another 50 minutes of my unpaid free time sacrificed.
Wait, I'm going into the chat. Oh well, never mind. I'm sure he's fine. He's
Look,
gonna
I
be okay.
sacrificed my time to make sure their allowance is well spent, and I'm gonna say buy it.
I'm gonna say buy it
Say buy
too,
it.
even though you didn't ask me.
Huh? Oh no, you should. Your recommendations coming
You know,
out.
there's a lot of tension. I felt like I just worked out.
You can wear a surgical
Like my
mask,
pulse is
put on
racing.
gloves.
I feel like I killed a man. Actually.
Wash yourself with
But I feel like I
iodine.
did. I don't feel very good about that. All right, now you could leave now, but it would just be another example of them failing to follow through on something, and I hate it when our fans do that. Speaking of life lessons, we do have the feed coming up, and something called Spyder Television. Now, I don't know what that is, Kevin, but if it scurries at all, if it's got 8 legs, it's going to taste the business end of this heel right here.
Oh. Welcome back to the old show. Coming up in this half hour, of course, it's Gems of the Internet, and this week's Boost Mobile Live Music Friday band is Angel City Outcast.
Where is Angel City?
Aren't we in the city of angels right now, buddy?
Yeah, but that's not Angel City.
Oh, I don't know.
They probably do a lot of
the whammy bar.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
telling you, I'm showing up midway through the performance with the Guitar Hero guitar, and I'm rocking out.
You should do that. I'm sure they won't care at all.
No, not at all.
No, that'd be
Doesn't
cool.
matter.
Do that.
How rich are your reds, Brendan? How deep are your blacks? If you have no idea what
Personal-
I'm talking about,
personal question.
Yeah, it is personal. If you're referring to electronics, though, then you probably need the Spyder TV. If you don't know, that's the Spyder TV right there, Brendan. Data
Is that the
color.
Spyder TV or the Spyder TV?
That's the Spyder TV running on a TV.
TV.
Yes,
That's good to know.
It's a product by Data Color. It's going to cost you $250, but what it's going to do is really tune up your home entertainment system. You know,
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on their TV, and their picture quality might not be as top notch as it could be because they're not used. You know, they're not professional video guys. They're not used to adjusting their tint and their color and their contrast and
I
yada
like to
yada.
sit there for a long time and just go up and down the dial.
Yeah,
You know,
and then you go,
contrast.
okay.
Let me see what it looks like. 100. Now
Right.
0.
And that's pretty much what this thing does, except it knows what it should look like. And that's the difference between everybody else that sits there and plays with their color balance and goes, okay, well, this particular show looks decent, you know.
Question, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
It's a Spyder TV. Mm-hmm. It has 3 legs, though.
It's a good question. That is an excellent question.
You know what I'm saying?
I know. It's
kind of false advertising.
I think it's a clever name is what it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, but notice it's SP wider. Is they're spying on your TV. It's not more like
right. Well,
the
it's
animal.
not-
So there you go. Question answered. The Spyder TV is the device itself. Suction cups right onto the old TV there. That's the noise it makes.
I can't do
you
that.
can't do it. It's a little Ziploc. And you let your TV warm up for half an hour. That means it gets all the colors good, the tube's bright, everything's good to go. And the Spyder TV itself has a camera attached to it that connects via USB to your computer. And then you'll run a DVD through the TV as well. And as you can see,
Right.
we're looking at the DVD here with a bunch of different test patterns. So right now our computer software is on test 3, which is the color balance here, the color white. So
So is this how it should look?
well,
We're
we're
in a football game or something
we're
like
in the
that?
testing process. Well, that's the thing. You have to look at really boring test patterns to
that's
really do it.
lame.
So what we'll do is we'll say, okay, so we're in the color white test, all
Ooh,
right? So
that's-
what they want us to do, and the computer's telling us to do this right now, it's saying, well, here's the test pattern. We want to, let's click through next. It'll say, put your color value to 50. So we have to go into picture, and we're going to adjust the picture.
Is this a lot of work, though? Shouldn't you just be able to plop a thing down, leave the room, and come back and have...
I agree. That's a good point. The problem is that the Spyder TV would have no way of talking to the TV itself, unless the TVs were designed with that built in. So you have to go through, like the color setting, for example. It wants to see it at 50%. That's what the software is telling me on the computer side of
Right.
things. Then it wants to see it at 100 and 0, and then it'll tell me what to set it to in the end. You go through a whole bunch of different tests. The problem is that you need the computer in the same room or a laptop on you. $250, a little bit of pricey.
Is it a buy, Kevin?
Yeah. Well, I think it's a buy if you have multiple people with high-end systems that really want to tweak it out, or if you've got a bunch of TVs in your house and you're a stickler for picture quality. But for the general user that's got a 27-inch TV in their house, probably not. I'd skip on it. There you have it. For more info on the Spyder TV by Datacolor, just go to colorvision.com.
Now, Kevin, let's see if we can convince the feed to do a number for us.
Yeah.
California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed a bill this past Friday that makes selling violent games to kids illegal. This is significant because the bill was signed into law by the first governor to actually make money from starring in violent video games. That's right. The bill, which is similar to the Safe Games Illinois Act, prohibits the sale or rental of video games to children if they depict heinous violence. It goes into effect on January 1st and features a $1,000 fine for retailers caught violating the law. In order to complete the double whammy, the Terminator star also quietly signed another bill the very same day banning the use of supplements for high school athletes. So, kids need to wait until after high school to juice, and then wait until after their action movie careers are over to speak out against juicing. Got it? Now, the record industry continues to flail through the digital age worse than your grandparents, trying desperately to squeeze as much spare change as it can before fading into obsolescence. In the latest desperate move, Warner Music is demanding that sites like Google Video pay them a share of the ad money generated when people search for Warner Music artists. Now, they claim that the ads that accompany a search for, say, Madonna, are benefiting from her and her music, and therefore some cash is owed to her label. Now, if you think this is sad, disgusting, or any combination thereof, then you are a rational human being and therefore not a record executive. If this catches on, will ABC demand a cut of image searches for lost star Evangeline Lilly? And will a search for Ashley Simpson demand you pay her manager, the Dark Lord Satan? It's all too frightening to think about, so let's just move on. Now, the DARPA Grand Challenge, a $2 million race pitting driverless robotic vehicles against one another on a 132-mile course in the Mojave Desert, has a winner. That's right, the team from Stanford University, along with Stanley, that's their robotic Jeff Gordon, took home the prize, completing the race in 6 hours, 53 minutes, and 58 seconds. The average speed was only 19 miles per hour, but it's considered a huge milestone towards developing autonomous vehicles and robots. Now, the second-place vehicle was Sandstorm, which was developed by a team from Carnegie Mellon. The team from Kean University in New Jersey placed last with their remote-controlled Tyco drift car. Good effort, though, guys. There's always next year. And finally, one of those good news, bad news kinds of stories. The good news, Aardman Animation's Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, was #1 at the box office this weekend, beating out the Cameron Diaz star In Her Shoes. Who knows why? Now, the bad news, their warehouse was burned down. A huge and as yet unexplained fire engulfed the warehouse in Bristol, England, that housed sets and props from all the Aardman claymation films, such as Creature Comforts, Chicken Run, and, of course, Wallace and Gromit. Now, Aardman founder Nick Park shrugged off the fire, saying, hey, with tragedies all over the world, from earthquakes to hurricanes, let's keep things into perspective, guys. Nick, don't you know you'll never make it as a star in America if you aren't hopelessly self-centered? Trust Lindsay Lohan. Personal tragedy is gold. And that's the feed. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Miss Lane.
Cheers to you.
Second time Lindsay Lohan's made it in the show.
She's a popular one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The feud's back on, Brendan, and I don't know if you know that.
I did know that. I read all about it.
All right.
One thing on the DARPA.
Yeah, the old
probably
DARPA
saw
challenge.
the DARPA story.
Yeah, I read about it, but
I was there.
Whoa!
And I'll be having more on DARPA later
Yeah?
this week.
Was it cool?
It was very cool.
All right.
It was history in the making. Kevin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Vegas.
It's very cool to think what they're doing. But enough about that. Keep watching. Let's take
Nice.
some calls.
Let's do it. Daniel joins us on the phone from Middletown, New York. Are you there, Daniel?
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing very
All
well,
right.
man. Yourself?
Yeah, good. First off, I'd just like to say, Kev, I'm digging the hair, man. A little gel now, a little mohawk going,
Well,
looking good.
It's a faux hawk,
Oh.
Daniel. It's not quite the entire mo. It's more faux. But thank you for noticing that.
Okay, no
Thank
problem.
you. I appreciate it. No. Let's talk about it. You want to know what product I used in it today, by any chance, or gonna
No.
move on?
Actually, I had a technical question. I just like, I have a Dell laptop, and it's been giving me a lot of problems lately, and so I was like shopping for a new computer. And I was thinking about Alienware, but I'm not too sure. You guys have any suggestions?
What kind of a laptop are you looking for? Is this for gaming?
Play a lot
Is this
of
for like
games.
typical email? And
Yeah, gaming, book reports, surfing the net, whatever.
well, what kind of hassle is your Dell giving you? Is it
Book reports.
Well, basically the hard drive is shot, so I tried calling, customer service, and they were just like, yeah, jiggle the
Write a check.
screws or something like that. So.
Buy another one. Throw it out. Just throw it
Yeah,
out
at
the
that
window.
point, just use the Brendan Moran School of Tech Repair.
Just throw money at the problem. That's what I would do.
No matter what it's, you stabbed a guy at a bar here. It's fine. It's no big deal.
What's
I can
gonna
afford
cost
it.
me to take care of this?
The Dell XPS, which we have in, I don't know if Dell has a sour taste in her mouth now because of this hard drive issue, but we've used the XPS. It's really pretty sweet, but you can't go wrong with Alienware. If you can afford it, which is the question I don't have time to ask, unfortunately. If you can afford it, definitely go with it. Alienwares are sweet laptops,
Yeah, he's in school, but I'm sure you can afford it.
Yeah, book reports.
Book reports.
Justin, on the phone. Are you there, Justin?
Yes, I'm here.
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Hanging out, doing a show. Brendan smells like Brasso and
Kevin's
cigarettes.
got great hair today.
It's a faux hawk.
It does look pretty good.
Thank you.
God, what
I
is
know.
going on?
Look, it's just they call it like they see it, Brendan. What are you going to do?
It's creepy.
So do the women on Melrose. You have a question for us?
Yes, sir. Actually, just kind of interested to see what you had for lunch today, buddy.
That's a good question. What did you have for lunch, Brendan?
I had 3 beef tacos from the
old-
lunch truck.
From the lunch truck.
Yeah,
Man,
I
that
put
thing
some extra
rolls
hot
up.
sauce on there.
A little roach coach.
Oh, very
I
good.
had a delightful, it was a French lentil soup with sausage from Lemon Moon with extra bread.
A lot of guys with faux hawks running around that place. Huh?
Lots of them. Lots of them. All complimenting each other and styling. We all go around and here, let me help you. That's the
Yeah.
official faux hawk styling move, by the way.
Okay.
Sorry. William on the phone from Anaheim. We're almost out of time. What's up, Will?
Hey, I'm fine.
Talk to us, buddy.
What's going on?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you. I was kind of disappointed by the second Spider-Man movie, and I want to know if you were the
Blasphemy.
same. And are you looking forward to the third one?
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too. I wasn't so disappointed with the second
The
one.
second one's a great movie.
Yeah.
But then they have
Not as good as the first, though.
No,
I mean,
no. Second one's much better than the first. Kind of like the Godfather trilogy.
really?
Topher Grace in the third one as a villain.
We're going to fight during the commercial break then. It's on.
All right, full hawk.
When the commercials finally relent, we'll knock 2 coconuts together while Ridley Scott talks about Kingdom of Heaven. He hates that. You ready?
Coconuts?
Ready to go?
Is it Verizon Broadband Battle Day already? Well, no. You actually have 3 days still, but you'd better start preparing now, or else you'll probably wait until the last minute, and that is so like you. Now, the game this week is Battlefield 2, which takes pretty much everything you love about combat, the running, the shooting, the piloting, the whatnot, but it leaves behind all that annoying stuff like losing limbs and dying. Gosh, those are such downers. To register, go to our website and click on Join Our LAN Party. That's where you're going to get all the details and all the links to get yourself started, and we'll see you Thursday for the LAN Party. Be there, be square, man. Now, how's the iPod polishing coming along, Brendan? Oh, Brendan.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Don't come in.
I don't want to. Wow.
It's going real well. It's
Are you done?
very.
You seem.
It's a lot of release now.
You seem finished.
Yeah, a little tired right now. But it actually works really
Cigarette
well. Your
helps.
iPod is.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of worried about it, and I was thinking you guys would be getting me a new iPod for my trouble.
No, it totally works.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks good.
Of course, there's another mess we have to contend with.
Well, that's in your pants.
Oh.
That's cool. Director Ridley Scott rarely does anything small scale. His children's birthday parties feature 10,000 extras on horseback, for example. So when we had the chance to sit down with him to discuss the DVD release of Kingdom of Heaven, we knew we'd be in for something big. Bonsoir! Attack of the Show was in the south of France for the DVD release of the epic film Kingdom of Heaven. The LARPer nerds were out in force for a battle recreation from the film, demonstrated by Kingdom of Heaven's deadly stunt team.
Today we're going to learn to sword fight.
We sat down with Kingdom of Heaven's acclaimed director, Ridley Scott. We had to ask him about working with Orlando Bloom because, well, he's so dreamy.
He's just a hard-working, completely involved team player. Extremely good to work with and is all over everything that involves him.
We defend this city, not to protect these stones, but the people living within these walls.
Ridley responded to the film's poor box office performance.
I thought it would do better, given context of what it was, because it had everything in it in terms of adventure.
Ridley also has opinions on the future of how DVDs are released.
I mean, once the film has had its play in today's heated competition, is about a month. I would release that literally on the 30th, 29th, the day after release.
Are you with me?
And we couldn't leave without asking Ridley about the DVD re-release of Blade Runner.
Yeah, they're going to celebrate 25 years of Blade Runner, I think, next year. And with a release of the movie, I think. And then they're also trying to have the real DVD comes out. Probably without voiceover. Probably the real ending, which is where they end up in the elevator. They don't go on this drive into, you know, the idyllic environment, which I'm saying, if you had an environment like that, why the hell would you live in the city of Blade Runner? Writing the script is the single hardest thing to do. Get a good script, the rest is easy.
They're here.
It is only one man.
No, they're here.
Orlando Bloom, he's so manly, isn't he? He's the perfect knight. Now, the Kingdom of Heaven DVD is in stores everywhere tomorrow. Pick up a copy and have a good day. Now, you should stick around because if the gems of the internet were money, we'd all be very, very wealthy. We would.
On the next attack of the show, don't let poor Photoshop skills hamper your image-altering cleverness. The guys from Worth 1000 point the way. Plus, her name is Domino Harvey. She's a bounty hunter. Her movie is out this week. We talk to the cast. And finally, since it can't, by law, say movies without mentioning Chris Gore, he's back for another DV Tuesday. That's the next attack of the show. We hope.
Now, some call them helpful, some call them hilarious, and some just call them. But we know them by their true name, gems of the internet. So, Kevin.
Some just call them, huh?
Some just call them. Hey, Gems, what are you doing on Saturday?
What's going on?
You want to go out?
Hop in the old Firefox, you know what I'm saying?
I'll see you in 5.
Yeah.
All right, so you have an apartment that you live in. I've been there,
Yeah.
you know, in a platonic sort of a way. I know you've got a
Sure.
couch.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Okay. Way to
Well,
clarify.
let's just say you put on a good show for the kids out there.
That's what I do.
You know, but what I'm thinking is, if you gave me, if you gave me some money, I would decorate your house really well. And you know how I would do it?
How,
I
Sarah?
would do it with full-size automobile furniture.
Oh!
Such as these here. Like,
Yes.
look at the back of this Cadillac sofa with real cowhide, baby.
See?
It's only $2,600.
And it'd bring you right back to the times where you actually were in the back of my Cadillac. On the watching TV.
Oh my
on
gosh,
the couch.
that was you.
Was that? I'm sorry.
How awkward.
I know.
Now, if Cadillacs aren't your thing, and sometimes they aren't, what about a nice Hummer sofa? Let's even get a bigger picture here.
Sorry.
This is with some beautiful sort
You
of.
put the ball on the tee right there, but I'm not. But yeah.
Oh.
Hey, that's awesome. That's sweet. So actual furniture made to look like portions of a car.
That was very funny. I didn't even realize that I did that.
You totally
but
did.
you did. Nothing gets by you, Kevin. All right, so moving on. You got some Hummer furniture.
Nice.
Hummer furniture. That's like, you know, from the Army or whatever. You also have some really nice side tables here, and we're just going to move on because I don't really know how to get out of this. All right, moving on. You know the sites, stuff on my cat. You love
Yes,
that
I
one?
love any animal sites, especially when they're putting stuff on said animal.
Things about animals. Well, what about animals being inside things? For example, pets with their heads in bags. Because now this, you would say, oh, that sounds like something a cat would do. But you know, it doesn't stop with cats because, as you can see, there's lots of cats who, oh my God, my head's in a bag. It's crazy.
What's for lunch? I don't know. Let me find out.
Let me find out. But we've even got, if you scroll down far enough, we've got Cisco the ferret from Boise, Idaho. He's got his head in a bag. In fact, when you look at it up close, it looks like they're trying to kill the ferret.
No, it looks like he's trying to end the pain and suffering of being a
Cisco died 5 minutes later. And it's hard to know what the person's doing with this Swiffer up here.
Yeah, does he know it's designed for like tile?
This is just a bizarre picture in so many ways.
And the giant popcorn tin from Christmas.
Giant popcorn tin, and slippers,
There's
and take off your shoes, man. And, anyway, so we've got pets with their heads in bags, endless hours of entertainment, especially this guy down here, the little rabbit.
Look at him.
Got his head in some.
See, why were we showing a flash game? And that's good. I like that. That's good.
Well, it's a gem.
I know, but it's upgraded. It's that good,
it's
though. It's good enough for me to talk about.
No. All right, yeah.
I thought I could slip that one in under the radar. Don't
I'm
worry.
like,
I'm
wait
sorry.
a second.
I'm sorry. All right.
That's not right. Finally, are you ready for your kicker today, Kevin?
Let's see it.
Because sometimes you feel like I end on a low note. I don't really know why.
I say they taper.
They taper. Well, I don't think they're going to taper today, Kevin, because how about for this Halloween, you wear a hat made of meat?
Yes,
How about it? For example, the pork pie, modeled after the classic pork pie hat. This sharp number is made of genuine Louisiana pork. We've got the base bull cap here. I mean, it looks like vomit, it looks like throw up, but it's a hat and it's meat and it's lovely.
Little meat helmet.
Or how about the Canadian?
No, wait, go down to this guy rocking the meat cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat.
That's awesome.
Or the brisket yarmulke. For those religious holidays that, you want to stand out.
Of course.
You want to celebrate, but you want to be cool at the same time. Look no further. Yeah?
Gems.
Yeah?
They just get better. They just get better.
Oh, your approval is so important.
You poured Brasso and polished those babies today.
That's right. Well, I got a shiny iPod, and I have the admiration of you. All right, you can find all my gem links at attackoftheshow.com, and maybe I'll get the admiration of you all.
Whoa. I don't remember saying anything about them being able to leave.
Yeah, sit back down.
Yeah, we're doing the whole diving into the chat room thing.
Where you gotta go?
Yeah, they're sitting.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack.
Hey, just a reminder, and pay attention, folks. Tonight, G4 is debuting The Man Show at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And now, keep in mind, these are the original Man Show episodes. You know, the ones with Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, not the other ones with what's his name and that dude. So tune in and drink along. Be a long night of drinking on G4. Assuming they're doing it through this show.
Ziggy Zaggy.
Oh,
it's been too long.
Yeah.
Man Show, where'd you gone?
All the juggies.
See, I'm going to be watching it for the first time because I never saw it first time around.
There you go. You're in for a night of Compel-a-vision.
Compel-a-vision.
Let's see what's going on in the chat room.
He's on fire.
Oh, wait, before we do that, let's see what's going on with your iPod.
Yeah.
Look at that.
My iPod. Can we get a tight shot of the...
Look at that.
Now, you saw at the beginning of the show. Check that out.
Perfect.
I don't even have any... I mean, it's...
That's awesome.
I'm freaking out right now.
You're welcome.
Brendan, I have you to thank.
Oh, and it's
I
good
hope
to huff
everything's cleared up.
I told you, I feel much better now.
Well,
you could totally
now
huff this bad boy,
we
too.
both do. I know. Don't stink. Don't sniff too
Chat.
much.
Oh, wow.
We've still got chat to get there.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
let's get
do
to it. First one from Kenneth Pereira. What do you think
God,
about
again.
Schwarzenegger signing the violent video game restriction bill? The Kenneth Pereira, we've seen him before.
Yeah, it's
I remember
happened.
this.
It's happened.
Kenneth, what's your real name? Just
all right.
say it.
He's a politician, and he does which way the wind blows.
I think there's a lot of bigger issues here. Should retailers be selling violent games to underage kids? No, I don't necessarily think so. But at the same time, the definitions for what a violent game is in general are just way off the mark, anyways. And you can make the sticker as big as you want. If the parents aren't paying attention to the kids, they're still going to get it. And they're still going to play it, regardless of who's selling it.
Running for re-election.
The Terminator.
Governor.
Right.
Awesome.
Coming for your vote. That's it. We're done.
Thanks to our guests, Mike Kearns and Jeff Ma.
You want to hit this?
No, I'm
Seriously, it's good
really
stuff.
high already. I don't need any.
Yeah? Yeah. Oh, okay, wait, no, I've been told you have issues with that. Anyway, take care, everyone. Are we? Yeah.
Put the Brasso down.
No,
Computers on Attack of the Show provided by Intel. Game on. Power up. Take control with the Intel Pentium processor Extreme Edition.